Let's go up now.
No, I can't concentrate with him banging away all night.
Well, it looks like he's the only one who's going to.
Hello everyone, welcome to Motor on Beep Beep. My name is Alan and we're at Penn Church to do... Ooh, you dirty old man! Who's that then? Harold H. Corbett. Steptoe and Son. It is. No, listen, I'm telling you the truth. It is my favourite comedy of all time. Absolute classic, wasn't it? And it is. It still is. I went to see one of the Steptoe films, and I remember the scene when Harry H. Corbett comes in and his dad's having a bath in the sink. Whoa. Even as a kid, I was killing myself laughing. I could not believe it. You know, it's so funny. You remember little moments, don't you? And there was one where he comes home and Harold, he's having a meat pie, and he looks at his dad and he says, "Dad, how did you do this pastry? It's lovely." And the old guy takes his teeth out and he's done the edges for the pastry with his teeth. Absolutely no classic film. Superb. Good morning. So we're going to head in now. It's Penn Church, and it is actually a very remote spot. We're going to spin you around so you can see. Look, it's up a single track road. Very, very quiet till I got here, unfortunately. But I'm trying not to disturb anyone. Oh, the old stables. So what's that? The old stables. Silly me. Yeah. So we can see the church there behind us, and it's not a big one, so we're going to find him quite easily, I've no doubt. In we go. So Harry H. Corbett, OBE, he actually put the H in himself because there was Harry Corbett, Sooty and Sweet fame, and he didn't want to be mixed up. But the funny story was that when he got the OBE, Harold Wilson arranged for that, but he sent out the government officials sent out the OBE to the wrong person. Can you imagine that? It went to, Sooty and Sweet Harry H. Corbett. So they ended up sending two out because they didn't want to obviously appear unkind. I don't know which way to go. We'll take the right route. So yeah, so they both got an OBE. Poor Harry Corbett. I wonder if he knew he got it by mistake. I'm not sure really. So let's spin you again so you can see where we are. I always like to show you. And of course he started with Wilfred Bramble and Steptoe and Son. It ran from 62 to 65 and then 70 to 74. And Harry H. Corbett was a radiographer, really. Doesn't sound as good as the acting roles he's famous for, does it? Radiographer. Lovely church. Hey, look, can you see? I'm just going to show you. It's not designer woodworm, it's the real thing, I think. Yeah, it's lovely. Wonder if we can get in. Let's have a look. Oop. I get to stoop down there because very low. Oh, it's locked. What a shame. Oh dear. Never mind. Okay, let's carry on. So, looks like a private house over there, doesn't it? So we won't film that. So Galton and Simpson, who'd written for Tony Hancock, did a half-hour programme in 1962, and they invited Harry H. Corbett to star in that, and of course that was Steptoe and Son, but it went on to be the classic that it became. It's a little bit sad that off screen they didn't get on so well. I think it was Wilfred Bramble, who played the father, was an alcoholic, and yeah, it was quite a stressful period for him, I think, when they weren't on screen. I do remember him going to Australia, and they had to not go in separate planes, but I think they had to sit at a distance apart because they couldn't stand each other. I'm pretty sure that it's none of those back there. It's so tiny, so it's going to be in this section here. So like I always say, if you see it, give me a shout. Don't let me wander forever. It's an old looking stone. It's been weathered quite a lot, so we'll find it. Harry was married twice. The first time was Sheila Steptoe, 1958 to 64, and then Maureen Blott, 1969 to 82, and he died still married to her So unfortunately, he didn't live that long. He was 57 when he died, and it was from a heart attack. So let's keep looking over there. Yeah, it's a lovely little spot actually, because it's so quiet, and you just got, look, once again I like you to see what I can see. You've got like a farm, I think, there, and then we've got the rolling countryside and a private building and the churchyard. So it's like a peaked top stone, and we'll find. I mean, this comedy, it had all the ingredients, because it had the drama of poor Harold, being kept at home looking after his dad, and the sadness and the rag and bone element, didn't it? Remember Hercules the horse? Hercules the horse was so funny. I loved Hercules. Yeah, he used to know its way home, and Harold would be going back for his jock. Can't see it at the moment. Then they had the outside loo, and Harold used to try and have manners, didn't he? He'd say, Father, please, can we have some proper toilet paper? And the old man would say, well, I've ripped up some magazines. They're out there. And he'd say, yes, but Father, can you not use the shiny ones, please? Things like that made it absolutely hilarious. Even as a kid, I found it so funny. I didn't always quite understand what was going on, but... Harry was born in Burma while it was still a British colony. His father was an officer in the British Army who was stationed in the country as part of the occupying force there. When he was very young, his mother died, and Harry was sent back to England, where he was raised by his aunt in Manchester. Harry himself served in the army during the Second World War, and following a discharge after the war's conclusion, he took to acting as a career, initially in repertoire theatre in the early 1950s. From 1958 he began to appear regularly in film roles, first coming to the public attention as a very serious, intense performer, completely in contrast to his reputation he would later gain as a sitcom actor. He also guested regularly in television dramas, appearing in one episode of the popular series such as The Adventures of Robin Hood and Police Surgeon, the series, that would later become The Avengers in 1960. A chance meeting with the writers Ray Galton and Alan Simpson, at the time basking in their success of the groundbreaking project Hancock's Half Hour, would then change Corbett's life. He said, I had met Galton and Simpson and told them how much I admired their work, and I really did. And I said to them, if ever they felt I could work with them, well, I never envisaged in 1,000 years going into light entertainment. I looked at what was on television, and the only thing making any, I know, social comment was Hancock's Half Hour and Eric Sykes, this kind of half-hour comedy programme. Anyway, they remembered this conversation clearly, and this thing about the rag and bone man thumped through the door. I read it and immediately wrote back, delicious, delighted, can't wait to work on it. And so in 1962, Harry appeared in The Offer, an episode on the BBC anthology series, a one-off comedy playhouse written by Galton and Simpson. He played Harold Steptoe, rag and bone man living with his irascible father Albert, played by Wilfrid Bramble, in a junkyard with only their horse for company. The play was a huge success, and a full series was commissioned, which eventually ran with some breaks until 1974, where the Christmas special became the final ever episode. Although the enormous popularity of Steptoe and Son made Harry a star, it provided to be a dead end to his serious acting career, as he became irreversibly associated with Harold Steptoe, the character in the public eye. Steptoe and Son did lead to Harry gaining some work in the comedy films, most notably starring in Carry On Screaming in 1966 and appearing in Terry Gilliam's Jabberwocky in 1977. As with other British comedy programmes of the era, there was also 2 theatrical releases, Steptoe and Son films, Steptoe and Son 1972 and Steptoe and Son Ride Again 1973. Harry suffered his first heart attack in 1979 and appeared in a pantomime at the Churchill Theatre, Bromley, within 2 days of being discharged from hospital. Harry's final acting role was an episode of Anglo Television's anthology drama series Tales of the Unexpected, shortly before his death, and eventually it was transmitted 2 months after in May 1982. He had died of a massive heart attack in March of that year at the age of 57 in Hastings, East Sussex. It's got a little peak on it, this one, and it's quite. I found it. It's the moment. It is the moment. Oh, brilliant! There's an horseshoe. Wish I'd thought of that. Oh, that's super. Oh God. Hello, Harry. You are my favourite comedian. Favourite comedy ever. Absolutely love your work on Steptoe and Son. That's superb, isn't it? What a lovely spot. He's buried with his wife. She's buried here as well, Maureen. So let's go in and read the stone. There we go. Right. Harry H. Corbett, OBE, actor. It's quite simple, isn't it? 1925 to 1982. And then Maureen Corbett, actress. 1943 to 1999. It says then, the earth can have but earth, which is his due. My spirit is thine, the better part of me. Sonnet S. Alexi. Yeah, and a little shoe there, a little horseshoe for Hercules. Well, maybe. There it is. That's lovely. Well, the stone's weathered, but it doesn't matter. Oh, you know, I always get a tinge of sadness when I'm here. I don't know. I know, you know, we all have things like this, but it was such it was a courteous man, because people suggested that his humour was not so sophisticated, a bit like the character trying to be sophisticated, but he didn't have that in real life. He didn't mind. He was a good actor. You know, it wasn't an ego, I don't think. Harry, loved your work. Absolutely loved it. It's such a joy to be here. I've got shivers down my spine. And my legs. I'm going all weird. Yeah, I know. Don't you just love? You know, it's such a big part of your life, isn't it? You know, when you think back. I've been waiting to do this one right from the beginning of doing the channel, because it's such a big one for me. Okay, it's the moment now for the flower. Being a Yorkshire lad, I can say that. And I'm going to pop it in at the side of the stone. So coming in, I'm going to pop it there. I'm not going to move that horseshoe because it's so good. And that's it. And there it is. Thank you, Harry, for all the humour. You were fantastic, mate. There we go. There we are. So it's all done. Thank you, Harry. Oh, God, I don't want to go. So, in a way, I think that makes it all very clear that a comedy like that for me was the best. It was the working class comedy. I'm not such a big fan of the sophisticated humour. You know, I think sometimes snobbery is a bit sign of small-mindedness, but that was one of the best because it had all the drama. Okay, the life was tough because they were a bit poor, but they had the essentials. They loved each other, really, didn't they? Even though they were in a tough situation looking after his dad, but a lot of people, we all have to do things like that, don't we? Love that comedy. So, thank you for watching today. Don't forget, give me a thumbs up if you don't mind, if you like, and a comment. You know, I love the comments because I really do. I love to get to know everybody, and subscribe if you like the channel, and there'll be lots more content coming up. So from me, Alan, on a beautiful sunny day after the rain of yesterday, take care of yourself, everybody, and just have a wonderful day if you can. And thank you for watching. See you all. Take care. Bye.